All right. I hope this is working. Can y'all hear me? Can everybody hear me? Yo, what up, Madam Machine, Lisa Bales, peace and power to y'all. Thank you all for coming through. It's not going to be a popular stream with a lot of people, but I really don't care. I honestly don't care because I just been observing like a lot of shit. What up, Unrivaled? Like a lot of stuff on a few streams now. It's not just one stream where I realize like there's a certain group of people that want you to talk a certain way as a black man, right? And again, this is not going to be a popular stream for some people. And, you know, I have like 100 or something subscribers. That's not anything at all in YouTube. And I'm guessing it might be down to maybe five or four after this. I don't care again. But I want to talk about something that really sparked out this conversation. I was on Ring IQ's boxing channel a few nights ago. And you know, the conversation goes on, as you know, on here, there's a lot of black people who tend to use the N-word a lot. I don't use the N-word a lot. I honestly have tried to purge that from my system. I don't use the N-word. And a lot of black people on here use it. That's cool, I guess, but I try to tell people, when you're addressing me, don't use that. And so you could call me brother, you could call me king, you could call me G, which is the first name, the first letter of my name. Call me whatever. You could call me whatever you want. You don't call me that, right? Neither with the A, neither with the ER, neither with the UH, whatever. Don't do that. However, a black person using it to another black person, it's not as, for us, not as bad. But we already know what the issue is here. As Madam Machine says, you know where I'm coming from. So I'm on the stream the other night, and there's this dude called Johnny Boy or whatever, right? And I'm hearing him saying, nigga a lot, nigga this. And I'm like, I had to ask in the chat, well, is Johnny Boy white or is he black? Is Johnny Boy white or is he black? And I asked in the chat, and people in the chat reply saying, no, he is white. And I'm sitting there wondering, well, how is it possible that this dude is getting this pass on Ring IQ or whatever? I don't know what racial background Ring IQ is. I don't know. But the panel, I think, was all black dudes, right? And nobody said shit. Nobody told this dude, hey, man, you're going to have to chill on that. You're going to have to chill on that. The panel was, from what I remember, I think either all or mostly black people. And nobody told this man, who it was confirmed to me in the chat, because I've never been to his page, that this was a white man. And nobody said to him, yo, you're going to have to chill, easy, be easy. And I realized like a lot of people on these YouTube streams try to play defense and be like, oh man, it's all good, man. We all just talking. What up, Charles D? Right, Unrival was on, okay. And Julius is Dominican. Well, Dominican is a nationality. I don't know what his heritage is if he's Dominican. There's a lot of different types of Dominicans. I don't know him. But I'm not talking about him, right? I'm talking about this whole behavior I find in the YouTube community where we seem to want to play this game as black people, where we want to be cool with everybody. And that's all right, because I think I'm pretty cool with everybody. You know what I mean? I think I'm pretty cool with everybody, right? But I try not to talk to people a certain way. I try not to disrespect people's culture because, I don't want to go there with them. I myself, I help people with history classes. I do history debates. I do all of that. So I consider myself somewhat historically knowledgeable, right? And I just realized that this dude is saying this word and everybody just seems cool because everybody just wants to be kumbaya. People are laughing like this is cool. Now, I don't know other people's politics or other people's feelings on this, but you see, me as a black man, I just said it earlier. I don't allow other black people to address me like that. Why? Damn sure not gonna let no white man address me like that. And I realized in other streams, I think it was, I don't remember who it was, but they were talking about the whole Conor McGregor. Someone told me that he is from the hood, from Chi-Town, like he gets a pass. I'm saying, Murder Machine, this is something that's in our heads like, bro, what's up with you? I don't care where you're from. As I was saying, so the conversation before that was Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather, and people were talking about how Conor was racist and all of that and all of that. And I see a lot of people, I think mostly white Brits or whatever, they were white people. You know what I'm saying? And they were like, a few black people saying how Conor McGregor was saying boy and dance for me boy and all of that. And I see people in the stream like, how is that racist? I can't say boy. You know, where I'm from, that doesn't mean anything. Where Conor's from, well, you know what? Conor isn't where he's from. And I find that we have a real disconnect where some people don't understand black culture. They don't understand certain things, and they also don't care to understand. They don't care to understand. Let me give you a quick synopsis of why boy might be offensive to a black person if you say it in a certain context. Dance for me boy, right, is equivalent to when slaves had to shuck and jive and soft shoe for their masters, or even post-emancipation for a couple of dollars, right? What police used to make black people in America dance for them, you know what I'm saying, so they wouldn't get in trouble. Black people are known as entertainers. Boy was an epithet that white people would use for black men, because, you know, black people were seen as children, not human, children. And white people were seen as their daddy, so they would call him boy. You didn't have a name. Boy, come in. I understand that some of you don't understand. Some of you also don't care. But let me be clear with you. Not all of us out here, not all of us on YouTube, gonna stand for that shit. You understand? If I go to like Britain, if I go to Britain as a black man, I have to try and understand where I'm at. I'm not going to act like, you know, where I'm from is the law. What up, Toby? Where I'm from is what it is. Even though where I come from, I can say certain things. If I go to some certain places in England or even in white America and I say the same thing, I would probably get in trouble. They would be offended probably. They would feel a certain way. So I have to understand myself that, look, I'm around some people and, you know, I'm going to have to chill. Not because where I'm from, certain things is cool, doesn't mean that flies other places with other people. But what I find in the YouTube community, there's a lot of closet racists who come on here because they have a certain disdain for these, I guess, I don't know, LDBC dudes or whatever. They have a certain disdain for them because they don't want them to talk a certain way. They come on other channels and try and push their agenda, because pretty much a lot of these dudes, you know, if they had their own channels, they would be talking the same way or worse than the LDBC. They want to tell you, you know, certain things. I don't know if people in the chat understand where I'm coming from, bro, but I just realized there's a lot of people. When I watch streams, like I watch the chat because I'm on certain channels and I don't always contribute. I just watch. And you see these people come on, like I remember they were talking about Bruce Wayne and how Bruce Wayne is against white fighters and he's just like the LDBC and he's against Eastern European fighters because they're white. Like what? And it's like if you don't support who they want you to support, all of a sudden you're LDBC and you're racist. Well, that's cool. That's cool. You see this channel though? I don't want none of you people on this channel. You're not welcome here. My little tiny minuscule channel, my part of YouTube, I don't want none of y'all on this channel. You're not going to come on here and tell me I support certain people, you know what I'm saying, just because they're black and I don't like white fighters. I remember I had an exchange with a certain British journalist on, well, he writes for a British publication online. And he was on this whole Clarissa Shields thing is, you know, Clarissa Shields is racist, right? She's racist. So I asked him why you say she's racist. And he's like, oh, because, you know, she doesn't support white fighters. She don't support white fighters. So I'm like, is it that she supports some fighters and they happen to not be white, or she specifically does not support white fighters because they're white? This dude goes on my profile. Now, my profile on Twitter says, I'm a Pan-Africanist. I love the black family. I love the black woman. You know what I'm saying? And he's telling me I'm racist because I say I love the black family. I love the black woman. This is the sort of mentally adult people you have around here. Sensitive dudes, insecure dudes. They don't like how if a black man says he loves black women, I'm racist because of that. See, if they can't control the things you think, right? All of a sudden they want to, you know, make you a villain. But that's all right. That's all right. I'll be that. But I'm not going to allow no insecure people to come on this page, disrespect anybody. Again, my little piece of YouTube is minuscule. Nobody notices me at all. These people usually gravitate to big channels. You know what I mean? They're not going to come on this channel. But if you are a black man and you have people disrespecting our people, calling them nigger, I don't care if you're from the hood or not. If you got people calling them nigger, I have a problem with that. Not because you don't support that fighter. I'm not going to sit here and allow nobody to call them people nigger. I don't even like when black people, you know, call each other nigger. I don't even like that. But I damn sure not going to tolerate no white man calling no black man nigger. With the A, the ER, nothing. If you look in my background, there's a map behind me. There's a map behind me. There's a reason why there's a certain continent right next to my head. There's a certain continent right next to my head. I fully embrace my Africanness, fully. It forms my political outlook. It forms my economic outlook and my spiritual outlook. I don't care who is compromised because they got white family members. I don't care who's compromised because they got children with white women or whatever. I don't care who. You allow any white man to call you nigga, I got a problem with that. That's on you. But even if you allow them to do it, brother, let me tell you something. Not all of us gonna play that, bro. You tell them call you my nigga in private, but don't make them feel comfortable to come on any stream with a bunch of black people just using the word up and down the place. You got black people in America right now being gunned down like dogs in the street. Dogs, and that happening hundreds of years. Lynched. Lynchings happening in America right now. Y'all got these people feeling like it's all right, it's all cool. It's like y'all afraid to tell these people, hey, bro, we cool, but you're not gonna play me like that. Watch your mouth. We could be cool, just watch your mouth. If I come to white America, if I go to Ireland or Scotland, Wales, anywhere in the British Isles, wherever, the UK, you understand? If I go them places there, I can't just go anywhere in them places and just talk reckless. I can't just talk reckless. I feel like the man them on the YouTube boxing community, black man them, gotta be a little bit more firm with these people. Let me tell you, I don't care about no friend, no viewers, nothing about that. Normally, a topic like this would be on my other page, SKNRBG on YouTube. I'm going to do a lot more work there. If you want, you can subscribe, SKNRBG. That's the name of the YouTube. Any topics like this. But really and truly, I did it here because I heard it on a YouTube boxing stream. And it bothered me because I've been seeing it a lot. You got a lot of people who are against these LDBC dudes who, in my opinion, try and profit off of the plight of African people, black people, who try and conflate issues to create narratives, which in my opinion is absolutely disgusting. But then you got these other people who are not used to being told, look, no, you can't say this or you can't do this. They're not used to that and they don't understand why they can't say that. They don't understand. So they come on these boxing streams that seem neutral, and through their discourse, you realize you got some racism in you. And even though a lot of these people claim they love somebody like, say, Anthony Joshua, he's a Brit and whatever. A lot of these people liked him until Tyson Fury came back. And they're not going to tell you they like Tyson Fury because Tyson Fury is white. And you know what? If you like if you're a white man and you like Tyson Fury because he's white, I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. Why would I be mad at you? You want to see somebody that looks like you excelling. Of course you do. Why would I feel weird about that? But what I don't like is for those same people to act like, oh, I'm above that. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. I'm above that. I don't look at race. I don't look at color. Of course you do. They love Anthony Joshua until Tyson Fury came back. And now they got Tyson Fury, big time #1 heavyweight and all that. I think he's a hell of a fighter. I support Tyson Fury too. I think he's great. I think he's hilarious. Hey, BZ, what up? There you go. Amadou Diallo. But Angel Santos, people will tell you that a lot of this violence is not about race. People will tell you this is not about race. Everybody goes through this. Everybody somehow goes through this. Black people ain't special. We aren't being treated. And I say we because, again, I am a Pan-Africanist. I associate with the failures, the successes, the issues of black people from west to east, north to south, wherever you find black people. That is me. That is me. So people like Amadou Diallo being gunned down in America. If he is not safe in America, I am not safe here on the island. You want to know why I'm not safe in the island? Botham Jean, the St. Lucian, who went up to America and thought it was sweet up there. A white woman bust into his apartment, gunned him down in his apartment. So when I tell you, I associate with black issues all over the world. If a black man ain't safe in America, he ain't safe here on the island. He ain't safe in Europe. He ain't safe nowhere. I am not allowing none of you to go on no stream where I be and me call no black people, nigga, and feel safe. Me none of that. I works about it. And I see it on multiple streams. Where you got these people closeted. They want to act like they're above the whole racial thing. White people. But when you look at the discourse, they're not really above it. Just look at their discourse. And I say it again, I don't feel bad or feel weird if you support a fighter because he's from where you're from or he looks like you. There's nothing wrong with that. The issue comes when you start making that person superior to other people based on that skin color. But I don't see nothing wrong with that. Of course you want, if you're, I think Angel Santos said he's a very fair-skinned Puerto Rican person. Why wouldn't Angel like to see a very fair-skinned Puerto Rican person dominate? That's fine. I expect that. When you start oppressing people, though, that's when the issue comes. When you want to fake it and make it about something else. Like, this is from a while, like, unrivaled. I've been on, like, around boxing YouTube a while, and you look at streams, like the chats, they usually don't come on the actual panels. They usually don't come on the panels. But if you look at the chats, you will see a lot of the discourse, people in there who are essentially, who want you to support their favorite fighter. And if you don't, you're racist because, oh, you don't like white fighters. Johnny Boy is the most bold, though. He's the only white man I've seen come on this thing and talk that nigga shit. But if you look at chats, because I tell you, I don't normally, I wouldn't I wouldn't go on panels a lot of it. I go on certain people panels. Sometimes I just watch and just listen and I look at the chats. Just watch one of these days. I think, Unrival, you're from Ireland, Republic of Ireland. Where are you from, Unrival? Wherever you're from. I can't come to your country. I think it was you from the Republic of Ireland. I can't come there talking all this Protestant Catholic bullshit. You think I could come there and talk all this Protestant Catholic bullshit? You think I could come there and talk certain things just because it's cool here from the island? I could go there and talk the same thing and not hope to get my ass whooped? So when I see people telling me, well, why can't I say this word? Why can't I say this? It's cool where I'm from. Where he's from is Dublin, Ireland. So you're from the Republic of Ireland, independent Ireland. I can't come to them places and say certain things, my brother. I can't do that. That's what I'm saying, Charles D. These people are in the closet. They're in the closet. But they want you to support who they want you to support. And if you don't support that person, you're racist. And I realize like a lot of white people all of a sudden crying racism first. You see, everybody wants to find somewhere to be oppressed. But nobody really wants actual oppression. No, you don't support my favorite fighter. You're a racist. What? They don't actually want to experience racism. These people don't actually want to experience racism. They don't want that. Everybody wants to be oppressed until it's time to be oppressed. I don't want to hear from none of these panty waist man. Come on here talking about, oh, you're racist because you don't support this person. You're just like the LDBC. I not in that. Me not in that. Don't come on my channel with no closet racism nonsense. If you like Tyson Fury because he's a white man, I applaud you. You should like him. Anyway, that's my little nonsense rant. I want to thank y'all for listening to my rambles in the morning. I hope y'all understand the gist of what I'm trying to say. Stop letting these white man say the N-word on y'all streams. Stop it. I don't care about who your friends be and if y'all cool or not. Like, stop it. People need to learn to respect other people, not because you hear somebody else say it, you could say it. If I go to another country and hear some other person making a joke, I can't say the same joke. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Let me stay out of that. I remember on my early days when I finally started to talk on some of these YouTube channels and so. A person who I would assume is of Muslim faith. I don't know his ethnic background. I don't know if he was white or he was Arab. I don't know what he was. I don't know if he was Pakistani. I don't know. But he apparently thought that I didn't know what he was talking about. He called a dude in the chat Abid. And Abid, if you don't know, is an epithet that they have for black people. It means slave. Abid. And I had to tell him, hey man, you don't come out, you don't disrespect the brother like that, because the brother didn't know what he was talking about. So they come with these words that they think they don't know, you don't know what they mean. But some of us actually do know what they mean. And I had to educate the brother who ended up contacting me. I gave him my Twitter handle. I told him, don't allow these people to call you Abid. I'm not just talking from no one issue. This is real talk. I encourage y'all, go to some of these streams and just watch the chat. Watch the chat. And then some of these same people are going to come back and cry racism about shit you might say when it's just, you're just talking boxing. But if you don't support who they want you to support, you're racist. If you just happen to like certain people and they happen to not be the ethnic group that person comes from, you're racist. I'm telling you, these people are crying racism for nonsense reason. Everybody wants to be oppressed until it's time to be oppressed. I don't want no white man trying to call me no nigger. You can't call me that. The answer to that question is no. And I understand that some of you don't know how to take the word no. You don't like when people tell you no. But let me tell you something. The answer is no. You can't call me that. But how come other black people could say to each other, well, you know what? Yeah, it is hypocritical. That's fine. You still can't call me that. You don't know me like that. Let me biased and hypocritical. That's fine. The answer is no. And I know some of you are not accustomed to hearing the word no, but the answer is no. You can't call me that. That's it from me. I don't have a lot of power left on my laptop for some reason. I left my charger at home. Again, I'm going to be talking more about this kind of stuff on my other page, SKNRBG. I'm going to put some, I've been promising to put some work into that page. I have to go live on that page more. I like talking about other people's culture. I like talking about my culture. I like learning from other people. Unrivaled, I don't know if you're a dude who likes talking about, because I would like to learn about the whole Northern Ireland, you know, and all of that, you know. I would like to learn about all that. So if you know, one of these days you want to educate me and we're going to SKNRBG and you tell me about the history, I want to learn more. I mean, I want to know from somebody who lives there how it is now. I'd like to learn. Anywho, let me see how much percent left I have on my laptop here. I have 24% remaining before the shit runs out. Anything else y'all want to talk about? Because I'm done with that topic now. Peace, Chen Smoke. I've been ignoring the chat. Let me big up all the people who came through. We got Toby. We got Maddie Machine. We got Lisa Bales. We got my brethren Charles D. Jefferson. Speaking my sports stocks for the love of sports. Let's talk about it. Mr. Angel Santos, how you doing, man? Unrivaled. Abs. He says he supports AJ because he's Nigerian. Hey, you support AJ because he's Nigerian. That's fine. Know what I'm saying? Like, why would I be mad at you if you support somebody because he's Eastern European? If you Eastern European, you want to see somebody. I mean, get the fuck out. Anyway, I got, who else is in here today, man? Intangible. Peace. We got Shiz Biz in the house. Black. UGC Flame. 1-2 Kid. What up? What up? What up? I don't want to turn this all into that. But yeah, man. Thank you, Angel Sanders. Hit the like button. Oh, hit the dislike button. That's fine too. That's fine too. Hit the dislike button. I don't care. But y'all gonna learn to respect people on this YouTube shit. You want to talk boxing? Talk boxing. Keep your feelings to yourself, and I don't care nothing about that. If you're watching the playback, again, if you see there's a certain continent above my head, that's where my thought process comes from. A certain continent. You understand? Anywho, and I have nothing else to talk about other than that, you know. But let's open the chat. I don't want to talk about that no more. So my boy's grandmother is from Ireland and didn't take no shit. There you go. There you go. What else is going on, man? How y'all doing today? What's happening in the boxing world? Eddie Hearn said Deontay Wilder ain't getting that goddamn fight if he loses again. How y'all feel about Eddie Hearn saying that, man? Is Eddie Hearn counting his counting the chickens before the eggs hatch? Huh? Eddie Hearn says Deontay Wilder is nothing now. He's nobody now. I mean, you know, if he loses, he's just a contender now. Is that it? Is Deontay Wilder just a contender if he loses? I mean, you don't think a Deontay Wilder coming off of how much of a loss Tyson Fury is worth something no more? I don't think Deontay Wilder is just going to be like an average dude no more. I don't think he's just going to be let's talk about it, man. I mean, I got a few a few percentages left. So let me open up the goddamn chat. We're gonna talk some boxing talk. What I just said is not up for debate. I don't want to hear about it. We're gonna talk boxing after this. Hit the link before my goddamn laptop dies on me. I don't know why I didn't walk with the damn charger. Anybody wants to get on? Let's go. Because I don't think Eddie Hearn is correct with that statement about Deontay Wilder not being valuable, even if he loses to Tyson Fury. I think that's incorrect of him to say. Did that shit come through? Oh. Let's try again. One more time. Oh, there you go. It worked. Charles D, what going on?
What's a go on?
Me there.
Yeah, he's not finished, man. He still got fights if he's willing to take them.
That's what I'm saying. Like Eddie Hearn is like, man, I'm not fucking with you if you lose again. You're not getting no big fights. I don't.
Well, the fucked up thing is some of the fights would be on Eddie Hearn's side of the street.
Oh, so you saying pretty much if okay, so if Deontay Wilder loses to Tyson Fury again, 1-2 kid, good day, sir.
There goes AJ. There goes Dillian White. He ain't getting no big payday. He'll get the fight, but they probably not gonna pay him for it. Not with the price he's asking for.
Oh wow. 1-2 kid. The topic is Deontay Wilder still valuable? Because Eddie Hearn said Deontay Wilder is not really valuable if he loses again to Tyson Fury. Is that so?
Yeah, it'd be hard to sell him. I guess he carries some sort of value, but not like elitist.
Well, you lost to one dude. Maybe just one guy. One guy beat you. One guy. Angel Sanders, how you doing, man?
What's up, bro?
If one guy beats you, that don't mean everybody else could beat you, right?
Well, it tends to be a pattern when somebody when it's an ego issue. You know what I'm saying? It tends to be a pattern after that when people expose certain things about other folks. And our whole thing was he should make adjustments, and he's got to do that. And I mean, if he showcases himself somewhat well in the fight, then no, not at all. But if he just gets cleaned out again, then it's quite possible that his stock is going to drop quite a bit. That's just a fact.
Angel Santos, Deontay Wilder's value if he loses again. Is Eddie Hearn right? He says you're not really worth nothing, and you need to go back into the pool of fighters.
I'm not gonna say that he's not gonna absolutely be worth nothing, but his star power is definitely gonna be diminished and compromised if he loses again really bad. You know what I mean? Not that he's not worth anything. Yes, Deontay Wilder is of value. So I can't agree with Eddie Hearn there. However, but he does have somewhat of a point where he screwed himself. All the attempts and offers were made, and now he's in this predicament to where it's looking like everybody's convinced that any other boxer can beat him that has some kind of particular skills other than his own, which is not true. You know what I mean? Deontay Wilder has some skills. He just don't have all the skills necessary to be a complete fighter, and that's obvious.
You know what though, Iron Kong? Maybe it's the best thing for him because he can make them adjustments, and maybe he needs to be hungry again. Maybe he fell in love with the image of himself. Maybe he needs to, want the sport again and learn more. You know what I'm saying? So I think probably help.
Yeah, but why didn't he want the sport before he got beat? Like, there's a disconnect right there. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a disconnect. A lot of people think that Wilder was very dedicated to the sport. Wilder was never really dedicated to the sport. He was dedicated to making the money necessary in order to get the proper care for his daughter in the very beginning.
That's why he took boxing.
That's why he took boxing. Okay, he never came in it to be a unified champion or anything like that. So he came in it strictly for how much money and star power you can make. Because if you can make money, have spectacular knockouts, you will have star power. That's what his career was built on. Spectacular knockouts for star power, for
Right.
earning potential.
But he was saying one name, one champion.
Yeah, but that came after.
One name and one champion as soon as he got the belt, right? But then when a Vladimir Klitschko fight came about and talked about, well, he's not ready. He's a baby. Well, which one is it? By this time, you're over 30 fights in. You're an Olympic bronze medalist. How much more preparation do you need, even when acquiring a WBC title at the time? How much more preparation do you need for another champion, the unified champion?
So
The money, the cash cow at that time, who was Vladimir Klitschko, right? Even though it wasn't a cash cow here in the States, it was in Europe. Let's get that. Let's get that one straight.
so what you saying is basically he
should have took his ass to Europe and fought Vladimir Klitschko in Europe when the opportunity presented himself.
So what you saying is like what my comment was, that he could be hungry, that he was never really hungry to begin with. So you know what I'm saying? Is that what you're getting at? Like he ain't never really showed that desire to get better anyhow.
I can't say what he was feeling at the time. I'm not in that man's gut, my brother.
Right.
All
So
I'm
that what I'm saying is
all I'm laying is I'm not gonna put my my thoughts on the thoughts of Deontay Wilder, of thinking, or me thinking as to what he was thinking at the time. I cannot do that. I'm not God, right? I believe in God, but I'm not God. You know what I'm saying? My thing is if the opportunity was there, he didn't take it because Shelly Finkel, his management, I've been saying the whole time, a lot of people think
Talking his ass right out of it.
a lot of people think that this is all Deontay Wilder. No, this is a team that had to do with Deontay Wilder becoming where he was at now and where he's at now, right? His star power and everything involved right now is his team. His team is the reason why he turned down 120. His team is the reason why he didn't want that Klitschko fight. His team is the reason why he Eddie Hearn said in 8 fights he didn't unify him. That's his team's fault. It's not Wilder's fault. Wilder's just a fighter. He just fights. He's just told what he's due, what needs to get done. He gets told, he gets an order, he does it. Hey, dog, you need to maybe run a little bit more. You just spar this guy. Okay, great.
And a good point.
They need to tell him to. They need to tell him to run.
And I'm glad you said that, Santos, because when he lost to Fury in that second fight, he was like, yo, I need to evaluate some things because now it's starting to hit him.
Yeah, you know, when you have too many yes men, you're on a high. You have a lot of fake people telling you somewhat face value real things that you think it's real. It's not real. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of Hollywood shit around him, right? A lot of fucking phony fake people, a lot of people in the industry around Wilder and a lot of people that's not industry that Wilder's listening to that don't know nothing about the sport nor the business of boxing, guiding him in the wrong direction. Shelly Finkel has been misguiding him for a very long time. JD has been misguiding him for a very long time. Right? And
well, Finkel was misguiding Mike too when Mike came back. Because I remember they wouldn't even let him get an interview after his loss. They do was like, he ain't talking to nobody. He ain't doing this. You know what I mean? And it was just like, you ain't have him prepared for that. And this is a vet. And
you know what though? Sorry. You know what though? I listened to an interview with Leon Mohammed, and a lot of people don't like Leon Mohammed. They say he's old and crazy. I don't know if y'all know who I'm talking about, but Leon said,
I know Leon. I do too.
I didn't met Leon Mohammed before, so he talks crazy, but he be speaking facts, man.
Yeah, to be facts.
He knows what he knows. He knows what he's talking about.
Leon Mohammed said Deontay. Well, he basically said Deontay got to pay back Shelly Finkel a lot of money because Shelly Finkel apparently was there when he didn't have no money and for his daughter and all that. So apparently Deontay might be in somewhat of a debt to Shelly.
Well, if he was in a debt, then he really should have took that 120 and get the fuck up out of it. I didn't even know that extent of it.
Yeah, it was an interview with Xavier Porter on Shoot the Five. And he was saying he was basically like, yeah, man, I mean, Deontay might be in some form of a debt to Shelly.
Yeah, but 120 million to get you right out of there quick. You ain't in that much of a debt.
Yeah, and that was Finkel. So what you try? So basically, like, he kind of just trying to keep him in a debt.
Exactly. Like, what kind of debt was he in that he ain't out of
know.
it by now?
I don't know.
Like, how much did he give him in the beginning that he ain't out of it now?
A lot of
I'm telling
times,
you.
people have emotional debts too.
Yeah, that's
feel
true.
like-
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you could cry me a river, build a bridge, and get over that shit. Because if you loan me $2 million,
Remember the
you
whole
got
thing
that back, and then some. I don't owe you shit after that.
saying the loyalty thing, you know,
Mhm.
during the, you know.
Yeah, but his loyalty was to Showtime, so he said.
Mhm. Well, the
Unless
loyalty obviously
Showtime
wasn't
Shell
to
got some
Wilder.
bread.
Well, wait a
Yeah,
minute now, because
exactly.
the loyalty obviously wasn't to Wilder on Finkel's side, because if he got him passing up 120 million, then he ain't managing them that fucking well.
Hell no. And what the hell do he owe you that you passed up $120 million?
I don't know,
Yeah.
man, because when they asked Deontay Wilder, why did you pass it up? Shelly Finkel was like, he jumped in front of Deontay Wilder. I was like, no, I'll answer that. Don't talk, Deontay.
Yeah.
He made Deontay shut up. So I don't know.
Yeah.
For those of us came into the chat, the conversation is Eddie Hearn's comment that Deontay Wilder might have lost his value if he loses again. I don't know. I think if you lose to one dude, maybe this one dude is just better than you. This one dude is just better than you.
I think this one dude got your number,
Okay.
and he's still got
One
a handful of fights because the heavyweight division is thin. So it's not like he's out the running. It's a
Right,
And the
thin
thing
division.
is, too, Tyson Fury got a lot of attributes that a lot of them other heavyweights don't got, with like
That's right.
movement and size. Like, there ain't many guys as big as him that can move like him and with hand speed like him. So, and with
Hell
skills
no.
like
The
him.
last person that was big as
And
him, and let's
reach
just talk about
and height
size. Yeah, size
is-
and reach was Valuev, but he was a big ass bum.
Yeah, he was.
But he was still 7 foot with a long ass goddamn reach, with a long ass
Yup.
fucking wingspan.
Holyfield beat his
Just
ass. I don't care what anyone say.
oh yeah, exactly. As soon as he was getting in there with somebody who could box, it was a wrap.
Yeah.
They
So
put that man in there straight on the strength of his size.
So Charles D, you started off by wanting to talk about Eddie Hearn's backyard fights. Lisa Bell said that shit looks like Django at Candyland.
Yeah, and then I said, what's the difference between? Yeah, I said, what's the difference between fighting between closed doors or fighting in somebody's backyard?
Damn, bad shit.
It's,
Wilder
it's the
never
same-
had any value.
it's-
Damn.
it's the same thing. It's no fans.
No.
It's sanctioned. You know what I mean? It
You know,
counts.
I've been saying that. You know, I kind of made a little essay on, you know, this a couple years ago on, you know, streaming fights like that, you know, especially, you know, up and coming fighters where, you know, they struggle to get on a big card or whatnot, and this, that, and the third, and it would be like, you know, well, that local fighters, you know, family, city can support them via, you know,
Yeah.
a YouTube fight. They can have it there. You could pay for it. You know, YouTube with its large platform. You know, YouTube's huge.
Yeah.
There's over 3 billion people subscribed or somewhat using YouTube at any given moment, right? So, you know, think about that. Boxing is viewed less than 3% of that population on YouTube, and for that matter, the world.
And you know what,
You made a good point on that, because look at the shit that YouTube's offering now. They offering cable to watch through them.
I'll put it like this.
Them.
I'll put it like this. When it comes to monetization and these channels making money, whether it's a network or what have you, once you start reaching a certain echelon, it starts opening and they start making deals with you. Like, look at what just happened with dude who had the podcast from the UFC. You know what I'm talking about, right? He just got $100 million deal to go to Spotify.
Yeah, Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan, right? So I mean, so
damn, he getting more, bro.
Yeah. So if what I'm trying to say is, if you can make that basically with a free, nobody was paying to watch Joe Rogan on YouTube. If you could generate that type of money, just from free stuff, then why aren't they putting it on YouTube instead of these guys free streaming shit on a regular basis? Because then you're losing your cut and you can remain getting your cut. All you need is the internet to watch the fight. So at least you getting paid for the work that you putting in. So I totally agree with Angel Santos on that.
I think Eddie Hearn, you see, when you're gonna do a fight with no fans, the location matters. The location of it matters, right? Now you have to make the background something that's attractive. So Eddie Hearn was like, look, man, I got this big ass house. like 15, 20 acres of land behind me. I can put this goddamn ring out here. I can fix it up real nice. I can, make the whole ambiance. And that's strictly for the home viewer. That's not for no, that's for the home viewer. You can build, as Santos said, you can build an event just for a home view.
Yep.
Yeah, but see, and he's also smart because he doesn't have to pay a venue to hold the shit. There's no fans coming in. You just invite the camera crew, you invite the fighters and trainers. That's it. Why pay a venue to use their spot? You ain't getting nothing out of that. You just paying them. You can
just push the promotion and push the promotion for the event. That's all you really investing in.
Exactly. Why waste your money on a fucking stadium that you ain't getting nothing out of? You could do that shit if your backyard is big enough for you to hold that shit. Why not?
That would be.
Go ahead.
No.
I wrote. I'm gonna say it real quick. All right,
because I like what you said.
I was thinking. So fights being offered at a reasonable rate, depending on the popularity of the fighter, using the metadata analytics that Google collects. Of course, they have polls on what everyone wants or would like to see for a small fee. They can have that. I think if it's marketed right, pay-per-view on YouTube boxing or YouTube pay-per-view boxing would absolutely crush Showtime, Fox, ESPN, and the Zone. I already did some numbers based on current analytics. YouTube has 1.8 billion users that have active accounts, probably more than that. Well, probably close to 2 billion now. Not to mention people who don't have that tune in every day on YouTube. Pricing will be based on the region, of course, right? Can't charge somebody $50 American in Timbuktu. You know what I'm saying? YouTube is for the most part would be adjusting all these prices. So a third world country, you got to charge them by their GDP. You know what I'm saying? What the average person makes their wage in that country. And then they would get more revenue like this. So, you're not going to make $10 off of everybody in the world. But if you can make $1 from this guy from Timbuktu, if you can afford that, if you always making is $1 American per week and he wants to watch a fight, he got a cell phone. Everybody got a damn cell phone around the world, right? With apps and shit. So nobody needs a television screen or cable. They got a connection, they got a phone, they got an app. They can always download it later. That's why the Zone's very popular now. You can't catch those fights live, they get it later on. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but most smart TVs and cell phones come with YouTube already built in. So
the Zone's almost there, but
So hold on. Because after this Corona thing, Angel, you might start what your plan might start becoming. These is gonna realize, look, I really don't need all this shit. I understand boxing. You still want spectators because you want the ambience and all of that. But I think Charles was saying, I don't know who was saying that. If you have smaller fighters, guys who really can't get on a big card or whatever, you can put these YouTube fights on with no fans, no nothing, and create a really nice ambiance. You can do this through YouTube, like what Eddie Hearn in his backyard. Do that.
Look what they did with what's that nigga name? Logan or whoever the fuck that YouTube nigga was. I didn't know who the fuck he was. That nigga was the main card on a boxing event.
Right. I'm just saying, crafting events specifically for a home audience, specifically for a person who is on his phone, YouTube or whatever, that might start becoming a more regular thing. Right? This COVID thing is going to change a lot. Well, it should change a lot in terms of how promoters see boxing. You already see Bob Arum, who used to shit on Eddie Hearn, saying, "Oh man, we got to bring down pay-per-view prices." Eddie Hearn was saying that shit for however long. He was like, "You're charging people like $80, $90 for a pay-per-view, and some of these fucking pay-per-views ain't shit." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yo, Kong.
Yeah.
I don't know. Shit, was it Black's live stream yesterday? Somebody said that last UFC shit did almost 800,000 views.
What?
Yeah,
Imagine if exactly. That's what I'm saying. And that wasn't even a big card. That was just for the love of combat sports, something to watch, something fresh, something new.
Yeah,
imagine
and that's what I
some
said.
shit on. That's what I'm saying. Imagine boxing
Yeah.
put something on where it ain't hurting your pockets, you know, a little $40-$50.
That's why Aram and them changing their tune. That's why Eddie's jumping on it. That's why Eddie been jumped on.
Yep. He said, these guys need to be getting their feet wet. And he was like, that's exactly what he said. He was like, these guys need to get their feet wet and into this because we don't know how long this is going to be going. And then it ain't going to be new to me. I'm going to be old to the game when it starts. I'm going to have experience in how to deal with this because that's what they need to do. And what I'm trying to say is it's going to generate money because ain't nobody doing shit. So people gonna
no sports.
Yeah, they gonna look for motivation.
We gonna gravitate.
The zone's actually listening. I'm not the one that came up with this shit alone. You know,
right?
Fans been talking about this in
for a minute,
other forums and stuff like that. It's just, you know, I'm just making it like here on YouTube. You know, I'm not, you know, just my deal with YouTube is YouTube should just jump on it and go. You know what I mean? Because there's money to be made, especially with Crawford having his own channel, Tevin Farmer having his own channel, Ryan Garcia having his own channel. Come on, man. The promoters are looking like, you know what? We need to really get on this shit before they start getting on their own shit, being their own promoters.
Which they can do. See it now.
What the fuck was that?
What they doing is
whose shit was that?
You know.
Come on.
I say it's a.
Anywho, man. Hey, man, my battery was gonna die, man. I'm sorry. I didn't bring my guy.
You had 24% iron cone. You should be at like 20 right now. You good?
They got me.
I'm at 17%.
He got that bass boost a little while ago. Fucking.
He got that island charge and shit. Just
nah, man. The shit, I didn't charge my laptop in like 2 days.
They doing these fights at the Coliseum. Yo, imagine.
You breaking up, Santos?
Yo, Santos, you all right, bro?
Yo, bros, imagine if they start holding the fights like you know they do one in the Coliseum. Imagine if they do one at the fucking Great Wall of China and shit like that.
That'd be cool.
Be on some fucking Street Fighter shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. Like you create ambiance. You create an ambiance for the home audience.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, you good.
Yeah, you good now.
Yeah.
But anyway, man, I'm gonna get off this shit.
Yeah.
I might try and get another goddamn device and log on again. But y'all, thank y'all for coming on, man. Listening to my rambles earlier. Just want to
you was talking some real shit.
I gotta catch the beginning of it. I'm gonna be on the playback.
Anyways, man.
Shit needs to be said though, man. It needs to be said though. That's what's up.
I'm just saying, man. Like a lot of these dudes slick. You know what I'm saying? And
they're not slick. They get away with it. Like I said, man, the internet is a getaway for most of these motherfuckers. Like they don't move like that. They don't move like that in the real world. They don't.
They better not. Anywho.
No, hell no. They ain't no better not. They don't.
They don't
move like that. There's a bunch of clown ass niggas out here. I told you, man. I wish the internet was one big ass room, dog. If the internet was one big ass room, niggas would not be talking as reckless as they are. Because you could just walk up to whoever's chair it is. He's in chair 114 and smack him right the fuck clean out his chair. Wow.
Hey, yo, peace out, man. Y'all have a nice day.
All right, man. Y'all be safe, though.
All right, Carl.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
later, y'all.
Thank you to the people in the chat for coming through.
Later, bro.
Thank you. Peace, Angel. Thank y'all for listening to me. If any of y'all go live, I'll join on my goddamn phone. My laptop ain't about shit right now. Peace. Have a nice day.